Okay, cool. Moderators. I don't even have no moderators, but cool beans to know. Alright, what's up, everybody? I'm live. I don't know what we're gonna do in here today, but I felt like going live with it. The live will be recorded. The live will be saved. How y'all doing today? I got 2 decks here. We're gonna start with, probably gonna start with the Hoodoo deck. But I just wanted to shuffle all the decks until I felt like I didn't need to shuffle them anymore. Y'all come on in. I didn't let nobody know I was going live. I'm just going live. It's 9 o'clock, so we'll see how many people actually join in. But what's up, what's up? What's up, what's up? I don't even have no title for this because I don't know. Like, I didn't come in here with anything specific. I actually just finished watching a video about the full moon. Is it the full moon that's coming? The full moon? The new moon? I think it's the new moon when it's black. But apparently something about this moon is called like the black moon or the dark moon. Which I feel like is very fitting. A very fitting way to end out 2024. I don't know how your 2024 was, but mine, it was a lot. That's what I'm gonna say. It was a lot. I'm not gonna say like it was necessarily super good or super bad. It was just a lot. It was a lot. Hey, welcome on in. Yeah, it was just a lot. 2024. It was just a lot, bro. I don't know if anybody else resonates with that. If anybody else feels that way, just make sure when you come on in, you hit the like button. Okay? Make sure you hit that like button on your way in. Why, thank you. My hair is looking a little raggedy, but thank you, okay? It's been a day. Good day. Just a long day. But yeah, 2024. So the fact that there's this, like I said, we're ending. The fact that we are ending the year with what we call like I said, they call it the dark moon, the black moon. Very fitting for the year. Not looking for another baby mama right now. Good luck with that. 2025 is quickly approaching. I hope you find one. But yeah, anybody else I'm just reading the comments right now. Anybody else had a year for 2024? Not necessarily all good or all bad, but just like what, as a matter of fact, if you're in the live, make sure you hit that like button because we got 34 people in the live and only 2 likes. That's crazy. But if you're in the live, I want you to drop the first 3 words that come to mind when you think about your year. When you think about 2024, drop 3 words. The first 3 words. Let me see. I'm gonna put mine. Can I write mine? My man's had 3 babies so far this year. Bless your heart. I hope you got the money to pay for all of them, because that's a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of clothes to buy, a lot of shoes. Somebody said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then $. All right. Okay, somebody else said XXX. Oh, y'all had some interesting years. Okay, somebody said fun, help, and frama, but I'm assuming you meant drama. Okay, so for some of y'all it was fun, help, and drama. Drop 3 letters, not 3 letters, 3 words, y'all, for your 2024. Because it's Kenya Slade said, fun, hoping, drama. Okay, somebody says sexy sound and pills. I don't know. Maybe you're having trouble spelling, but I'm assuming sexy sound pills. I don't know. I don't know. Is that what that is? If I had to use 3 words to describe my 2024, I would say okay, shout out to the new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. I would say, ooh, y'all, I can't even think of 3 words. A lot. Can I make that 1 word? I know it's 2 words, but a lot. It was, what else? It was interesting. I'll use the word interesting. It was revealing, and it was good. I'm gonna say interesting, revealing, and good, because it definitely had its good moments for sure. Can we play Pity Pat? I don't even know how to play that. I don't even know what that is. And so, I'm sorry. We cannot. But yeah, 3 words in the chat. Drop 3 words in the chat for how your 2024 went. Okay. We got somebody who said fun, hope, and drama. I said interesting, good, and revealing. So, before I got on, accountability has been like the word. I feel like it's been the word. I don't know when, how, or like why, but just something about accountability is, I feel like it's really important for the collective to know moving into, really, I just feel like every day, right? It's not even anything specific to moving into the new calendar year. But something about accountability is like really big right now. Whether that is accountability for self, accountability with others, holding others accountable, specifically being accountable while also telling the truth and being honest. I don't know why honesty and truth telling came across, but maybe some of you have like not been honest about the things that you need to be accountable for. Or maybe you haven't been honest with yourself when people have been holding you accountable. Okay. How y'all doing? It's your girl Tarot with Moya K. This is Guided in Wellness, and I'm back with a read for the collective. As you can see, we are going live today. This is not a pre-recorded read, so we're just gonna hang out and see what messages come out. Right now, I'm just pre-shuffling the cards. Somebody said totally not me. I feel like just because you said totally not you, Desmond, you probably do need to take accountability or like hold someone accountable. I feel like because you said totally not me, it is definitely you. The thing is, I'll speak to my own personal experience. You just shouted yourself out. I'll speak to my own personal experience with accountability for this year, because I will say there have been a number of times where I've needed to be held accountable. I needed to hold myself accountable, or I needed to hold other people accountable, or people needed to hold me accountable. So, oh, okay, cards. With myself, okay, I'm gonna start with me because that's all I can do, right? With me, where I would say I need to be more accountable is in, I want to find a different phrase because I feel like the phrase standing on business is like overused now, and I'm kind of annoyed by how much people say standing on business, mostly because the people who say standing on business don't be doing that. But that was me this year, okay? Not even saying I'm standing on business, but just like knowing that I need to, and in certain areas and in certain aspects, like not doing that, right? My thing is sometimes I'll allow stuff to go on for too long, right? Not even that like I won't walk away or like I won't leave something behind, but just I don't say nothing, right? I just peep shit and then I'm like, I see that. And then I just keep it moving, right? Like I do my best to not let it like impact me or affect me or alter how I'm gonna moving forward. But there has been, oh, thank you for subscribing. And so there has been, Amanda, yes, thank you for subscribing, Amanda show. So yeah, but I don't feel like I stayed in places too long. I just felt like there were times where I should have addressed something and I didn't. Okay? And that's like, and that is where like I needed to hold myself accountable. Addressing things, not letting things just kind of fall to the wayside, being more vocal. And for me, a large part of me not being vocal about things was due to the fact that in the past when I've been vocal about things, I've been, I don't want to say I've caused harm, but I've been vocal in a way where it didn't do any good, right? Whether it was I didn't get the results that I was seeking, or things kind of went left, or, you know, what I said wasn't received well, or whatever the case. Something kind of like that. So not even that I was like afraid to speak up, but just like when I did speak up or when I did speak out, it was the way I went about it, right? So I told myself like this year I was going to be very intentional about like not complaining about things. I was going to be very intentional not to like nag about things. I was going to be very intentional to not you know, like blow things out of proportion, or, you know, like if I have an issue, like address it calmly, right? Come at it from a different perspective with a different mindset, that kind of thing. And so it really put me in a space of like recognizing like, girl, you just need to be quiet. You know what? Like, just don't say nothing, right? And so I started to operate like that this year, where there were things that were happening and I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to say anything. I'm gonna let it play out. I'm gonna see how things unfold. I'm gonna see if people can, you know, basically hold themselves accountable for their own bullshit, instead of me always being the one to call it out, or instead of me always being the one to like have an issue with something. So I'll say that worked out for me about, I'm gonna say like a good like 65% of the time, where if I just didn't say anything, either things would kind of work themselves out, or people would like recognize their own ways. Amanda, want to know how old I am? How old do I look, girl? How old do you think I am? Let's play the guessing game. How old y'all think I am? But yeah, so some of the things did work themselves out. what I also recognized was there were probably times where I should have said something and just did not. And therefore, the things that happened after that, okay, 20 to 30, that was a very safe answer, Desmond. I respect that. That was a very safe answer. Okay, Amanda asked me if I was 24. I'm a little older than 24, Amanda, but thank you, girl. But 20 to 30 was a very safe guess, Desmond. I'm kudos to you, because somebody said how? How am I older than 24? The year I came on my mama coochie? I don't know. So, yeah, but the times where like I probably should have said something. I don't have a dog, but I have a pet snake. His name is Riley. Yeah, I probably should have said something, and just because I didn't, a lot of things transpired is the best way I can see him. Maybe after the reading or somewhere in like the break of a reading, I'll show him to y'all. But yeah, so accountability, y'all. I'm trying to get to the basis of it. Moving into this new year, one of the things that I've really thought about is this whole idea of resolutions, right? Every year, you know, everybody make a resolution. Woo! All is well. We go after these things that we want to, you know, accomplish, achieve, goals we set for ourselves. And so I have not been moved to do any resolutions. I want to say this actually for the year of 2024. I don't even think I actually came up with any resolutions. And if I did, they were very much like short-term goal kind of things. Like I want to have a successful business, or I want to have a successful relationship, or like whatever it was, right? This year, I have been so unmoved and so unbothered and so uninterested in creating a resolution, because I really feel like what this energy that I'm in, and some of you may be feeling this as well, or maybe not, but what I feel like the energy is asking of us is to like have a perspective change, have a mindset change or a mindset shift, right? And I honestly feel like that is what I've learned this year in 2024, dealing with accountability, is having a mindset shift or change, a perspective change. And that is how I hold myself accountable to doing the things that I want to do, getting the things that I want to get, experiencing the things that I want to experience, stuff like that, right? I need to separate my locks because they are. And so, hey y'all, thank you for joining the live. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in or out. I appreciate it. If you're gonna be here exchanging energy, you might as well. Also, when you hit the like button, it allows me to be able to pick up on your energy, so you might hear some messages here today that are useful for you. But yeah, so the not wanting to do a resolution going into the new calendar year, and even into the new year when it comes in spring, it really just makes me feel like what I really want to focus on, what I really want to do is have a perspective change. And the thing is, with having that perspective change, I feel like that, if anything, will put me in alignment more so with the lifestyle that I desire to live, with the people that I desire to surround myself with the experiences that I desire to have, right? With the people I meet, the places I go, things like that. I just feel like having that perspective change, because if I've learned anything in the years of me being on this earth, and to answer your question, I'm sorry, Amanda. To answer your question, I'm 31. So thank you for thinking I was 24, honey. I mean, I look good for my age, okay? But I'm 31. So in the 31 plus years that I've been living, if I feel like the things that I've learned this past year alone, right? This past calendar year alone is it's about your mindset. And I kind of laugh at myself when I say that, because for those of you who have been following me since day one, or who just follow me on other platforms, you know that I am a licensed professional counselor. I'm a therapist. And so I work with a lot of people on a daily basis, talking about and working with them about their mindset, right? And so to understand this year that like your mindset is everything, it's like I understood it on another level. It wasn't something that I was oblivious to, because like I said, I'm a therapist. So of course I know how important it is for like your mental health. But going through my own experiences this year and understanding what true accountability is and how to take it and how to essentially like hold others accountable, it really made me realize like mindset shift, mindset change, perspective change. Hey, guide of sacred timing, shout out. Okay, hey, how you doing? Amanda, what you want to tell me, girl? Just drop it in the chat, honey. We might, as I'm talking, you know, y'all talk back. So yeah, accountability, perspective change, it goes hand in hand, if you ask me. Also because in learning about different ways and like the intensity of and the different levels of, in my opinion, of accountability. Sorry, I just got a text. Is it a new moon? Is the new moon tonight? That must be why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. Just the energy of like, I wanted to be on here with y'all, and I was like, I was gonna just pre-record, but something was like, go live. So, but how am I feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good today. Today was a busy day at work, but I'm feeling pretty good. No complaints, whatever. I'm excited to see how this new moon energy. Yeah, right? The new moon in Capricorn, it makes sense. I'm excited to see how this new moon I'm excited to see how this new moon energy like impacts me, and like just how I move through it. Because sometimes, I don't know if y'all feel like this. So thank you for bringing that up, Charlotte. Because I don't know if y'all feel like this, but sometimes, like, you know, when we have these moon cycles and they say like, this is the energy of the moon, and this is the energy, and this is the energy. Sometimes I don't really be picking up on that. Not to say that it's not the energy, but like, I don't feel like it's impacting me in that way. And then sometimes, I'm going to be very honest, sometimes a lot of the themes, or like the energies of the moons, I usually pick up on those energies or feel those energies or have those experiences days before the moon cycle is actually here. So I think they were saying like, I've been seeing a lot of energy information about this new moon, which they're calling a black moon, if I'm not mistaken, or like a dark moon. But the new moon or dark moon, the energy is like bringing in something that you are technically ready for. It says we're mostly water, so maybe your water isn't in the same element sign, so it doesn't resonate. I'm a Cancer moon and rising, so I always feel sensitive. So that's fair. That's fair. I don't necessarily, and I appreciate you for sharing that. You know, thank you for being brave. I'm one of those people who I don't personally like to share the specifics of my chart, but I will just say my big three are all air. So you're probably right. That's probably why I don't feel it like that, because my big three are air. I'm just reading the comments. I've always said your perspective is you. So I feel that. I feel that your perspective is you, right? Because it's what I tell my clients. Sacred timing. I tell my clients that you know how they say you are what you eat. You are also what you think. So if you believe that you are something or someone, that's who you are, right? You're going to show up that way. You're going to act that way. Whether like other people believe it or agree with it, or whether you've even fully integrated that. If you think it's almost as if like what people say being delusional is. I'm a millionaire. I don't have $1 million to my name, but you couldn't tell me I wasn't a millionaire, right? Oh, oh no, you said your perspective is your God. Okay, okay. And then would you like to do a fast with me? So I actually was recently thinking about, it's not how the world affects you, it's how you affect the world. No, but you're right. Y'all are both right. Okay. So I'm just trying to read through the comments and like get everything. But so as far as the fast, I appreciate the offer. I would like to do a fast, but I have to check with my doctor, my dietitian, because I do have a specific condition where fasting is not beneficial for my health. But it's not something that I haven't thought of, because I've thought about wanting to do like a juice or like a smoothie kind of fast where I'm only eating, you know, raw fruits and vegetables and smoothies and things like that. So I do have an appointment with my doctor soon. I will definitely get back to you on that. Okay. Because if my doctor approves me for like a smoothie fast or like a juice fast, I'm down for it. Because I've been wanting to get into like fresh, like drinking my fruits and vegetables, because I love to eat them. I will eat raw fruits and vegetables all day. Okay. Yeah, same way, Charlotte. It's dangerous for me to fast. Like, it's because I have to have a certain, like, I have to get a certain amount of nutrients just for my body to like do regular stuff. Like, if I don't get the right nutrients, my body is not gonna process things and break things down, and then it's gonna be a whole thing. So but yeah, but y'all are both saying, you, Charlotte and Sacred Timing, y'all are saying the same thing, that it's that's your perspective. Yeah, your perspective is your God. It's not how the world affects you, it's how you affect the world. Exactly. Because I think a lot of people, I think a lot of people that I've encountered, especially in like in the mental health field, my clients, and then just people I see out in the world, my tarot, the clients I do readings for, things like that. By the way, so I gotta shout myself out. If you would like to book a personal reading, the bookings are open. I'm just letting y'all know right now, January 1, the prices are going up. That I hope that does not deter you from booking a reading, but I'm just letting you know, okay, they're worth it. You're going to get your money's worth. All right, for sure. Also, if you would like to receive discounts on readings and a free personal reading, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Okay, I'm going to be posting a lot of exclusive content on there in the coming days, weeks, and months. I've decided that it's time for me to share my story, but I would rather share my story in a more secure, I'll say, environment, as opposed to on YouTube. Eventually, I will transfer it to YouTube, but for now, I'm going to share my story on Patreon. So for those of you who are interested in hearing about it, knowing more about me, check it out. My story will be available to all subscribers. Meaning you do not have to have a membership to view the story, but I just feel like Patreon is a little bit more of a specific type of community, whereas YouTube, anybody can get to it. So yeah, but back to what I was saying, back to the message, right? Perspective change, accountability, moving into this new calendar year, right? And y'all notice I will keep saying new calendar year because I don't celebrate the new year until April 1st. But we are moving into a new calendar year. And so that does bring about this energy where people are reminiscing on the year before, where people are, posting and sharing and expressing about the highs and the lows. And most people are probably only expressing about the highs. Very rarely will you see people express about the lows, just because, we live in a world now where it's not cool or it's not okay to post your struggle. There is a part of the world where, like, you will only see people posting about their struggles and seeking sympathy or empathy, or, wanting people to feel sad or sorry for them. But for the most part, the energies are very like polar. It's either going to be one or the other. And so as we are wrapping up this calendar year and a lot of people are sitting back and thinking and reflecting, the one thing that just keeps coming to mind is accountability, right? How can we hold ourselves more accountable? And what came up with that for me was changing my perspective, changing my mindset about what does it truly mean to be accountable, what does it truly mean to be held accountable, and what does accountability look like in my everyday life and actions, right? In the way that I speak, in the way that I think, in the way that I move, in the way that I respond, in the way that I react, in the way that I engage. Um, we talk a lot about community in these spaces. And I think that sometimes people have this misguided understanding of community because people talk about wanting to be in community and then they say things like, I got to get it out the mud. I got to do it by myself. It's me and nobody else, me against the world. Stuff like that, right? People will talk about wanting to be in community, but then display or act out in a way where it's like, fuck the community, right? It's me. It's all me. It's all about me. Um, I don't want to be like that no more. Because I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't fallen victim to that idea of like wanting to build community and be in community, and then at the same time, talking about how I did it by myself and it was just me, right? And stuff like that. Walking the tightrope middle ground is way more challenging than picking one or the other. You know what? I'm gonna disagree with you on that, Charlotte, because I think that what do they call, what's another way to say it? Straddling the fence. I feel like straddling the fence is like a space of comfort for a lot of people, because straddling the fence really doesn't allow you to have to speak out for, like, against or for anything, right? It's almost as if you can just be indifferent to it. Like, I mean, like you could say stuff like, I have my thoughts about it, but, right? Or it's not a big deal. Because to pick a side, right, is to essentially stand on that. I mean, like needing community versus saying I can, right? Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, right? Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yep. Walking the tight it is way more challenging, right? Because people need, right? I tell my clients, I tell a couple of my clients this, my clients who come in and say, I can't stand people and people just irritate me and this, that, and the third. And the first thing I tell them is, you got to learn how to deal with people. Because if you were meant to be in this world by yourself, it would just be you. But you're sitting here talking to me right now. So the reality is, it's not just you. You got to figure out how to be in community. But also when people say they hate people or they can't stand people or they don't like being around people, I notice two things. One, those are always the people who seem to never be alone. Two, those are also, that is just like a cry for help. What that tells me is I don't know how to be in community with people. I don't know how to communicate with people, to connect with people, to love people, right? And my experiences have shown me that people don't love me, or people don't know how to connect with me or be in community with me. Because anybody who ever says they can't stand people always tend to be the people who always got somebody around, who always in a relationship, or always got somebody calling them, or they're always out with somebody or doing something for someone else or with someone else. And it's like, you tell me you don't like people, but I really can't believe it. I can't believe that. So yeah, community, accountability, perspective change. What else? What are some, so earlier, Charlotte and Sacred Timing, y'all came in a little later. If y'all are still in here, I'm just reading the chat. So earlier I asked everybody to describe their 2024 in 3 words. And the 3 words that I used were interesting, revealing, and good. Someone else said fun, help, and drama. So if y'all are still in here, what would you say your 3 words are to describe 2024? And anybody else who's in here, because I see 6 people in the building. So, I'm open to the chat right now. I haven't started pulling cards. I will start pulling cards in a little bit, but I just wanted to kind of get the energy. Someone says Hussein, current feeling. I don't know what that means. Yeah, and also an energy of rejuvenation. Many people desire to relinquish old behaviors, eager to step into more new opportunities. A season of shedding and resolution, pretty much. Yeah. Okay. Yep. And I was just talking about resolution. I don't know if you came in on that part, sacred timing, but I was talking about how I'm not really, like, I've been guided, not even been guided. I just haven't felt the need to like do a resolution. Like, I used to be very much so into that whole, like, it's a new calendar, it's a new year, let's create resolutions. But I don't feel like I need a resolution. I feel like resolutions are more so like short-term goals, and I'm more so focused on just like changing my perspective as a whole. So yeah, rejuvenating, relinquishing old behaviors, that has definitely been the energy of 2024. If any of y'all have seen any of my previous readings from the year, you will definitely see a lot of that energy coming out. Charlotte said humility, perspective, and maturity. Ooh, snaps, I like that. Desmond said fun, boring, and fun. Okay, it sounds like you had an equal balance, my guy. It was a little fun, it was a little boring, and it was some more fun. I love that for you. I love that for you. So yeah, that I like that what you said, sacred timing, an energy of rejuvenation. Many people desiring to relinquish old behaviors. Yeah, I think if anything, 2024 brought to the forefront those behaviors that we needed to relinquish, right? Because I don't know if anybody else felt like this, but I just feel like every month as we further got into 2024, every month was just like bing, bing, bing. And it was like, okay, chill, my face. Let me go sit in the corner and ice it. And then the next month came and it was like boom, boom, bing. And it was like, okay. All right, let me relax. Okay, y'all done? And then like the next month came and it was like, we gonna chill. And then it was like, no, bink, sneak move. And it was like, okay, geez, yikes. Like, I feel like it was a lot of that going on. Like, the moment you felt like you took a breath, it was like, here the universe was, right? Here life was to come back and be like, psych, you thought. Like, I know and then like you even might have had a moment of chill where you were like, okay, whew. Everything is good. Everything is calm, peaceful. I figured it out. And then donkey kick, right? Like, paya to the chest, okay? I don't know if anybody else experienced that or know someone who experienced that, but I can say both for myself and just friends that I have. Like, we all had our moments of like, the best way I can describe it, and I've been telling my friends this at least for the past couple of months, the best way that I can describe, like, in picture form, 2024 for a lot of people, me included in some aspects. If you've seen the meme of the dog sitting at the table with his coffee mug and the room is on fire around him and he says, this is fine, that was 2024 for sure. 2024. I even said it in a reading I had done that 2024 is what 2020 was supposed to be. Okay, if we weren't all sitting in the house, 2024 is what 2020 was supposed to be. So, yeah. But I done wrapped y'all up for 38 minutes just chitting and chatting and talking and all that good stuff. So, we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. I am gonna pray and we're gonna see what comes out. Okay. The energy that I really want to channel or, you know, just tap into for this particular reading is that, you know, show us, right? Share with us and show us, Holy Spirit, just what we need to know, right? That's always what I ask for. Anytime I'm asking for anything, it's for knowledge, it's for information, and it's also for that wisdom, right? Because reading the message and pulling the cards is one thing, but being able to understand it and digest it and then take it and apply it is really the whole thing, in my personal opinion. So what do you need to know that is only going to help elevate you, that is going to help push you forward and move you forward and guide you on your path, on your journey, whether you are on a path currently of ascension or whether you are just moving forward in your journey. So Let's get it. Mother God, Father God. Hey, Michael Stevens. Mother God, Father God, thank you for waking me up out of my bed this morning. And thank you for allowing me to be able to meet here with the collective on today. Thank you so much for the gift of the Holy Spirit. I truly appreciate you, Mother God, Father God, for your gifts, for your blessings, for your lessons, and for all the love that you've given me day in and day out. Thank you so much again for the gift of the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, I ask that you guide me. Use me as a humble vessel as I channel these messages for the collective at this time. Not the information that I want them to know, but the information that you need them to know. What the messages that you have for them at this time. Thank you to everyone in the collective for allowing me to be able to connect with your spirit teams, your ancestors, your angel guides, your spirit guides, the ascended masters. And I thank you to those who were here before me and those who will be here after me. Archangel Michael, please protect me as I channel these energies for the collective. Amen. Ashe. All right, let's get into it. So I'm starting with the hoodoo, the 2 hoodoo for you. Okay. My friend got this for me, and I love using it. I don't use it often, but every time I use it, I get excited. So shout out to my girl, Kara. I don't think she's on here because she hasn't shown up in the chat, but shout out to my girl, Kara, for getting these cards for me. And so, Holy Spirit, what messages do you have? Let's see. Sacred Time, it says, divine multi-dimensional language development. Multi-dimensional language. Ooh, okay. Tap in. Divine multi-dimensional language. And the first card we have out here is the root. The root. I feel like it's like getting back to the basics. Getting back to the basics. I am also going to read these out of the book just because this is a newer deck. This is not a deck that y'all have seen me use often. I don't know if that's into the word, if that fits into the word. I mean, I just said come up with some words. Like, I don't care if the words make sense or not. They made sense to me. Multi-dimensional language. I'd actually be curious to know like what you mean by that. You know, what is your understanding of multi-dimensional language? Because I definitely understand divine and development, but like multi-dimensional language to me, I feel like could mean so many things, you know. Depending on the type of person that you are or anyone else in this chat, multi-dimensional language could be like your clear senses, right? Clear, what is it? Clear audience, clear sentience, clear, I can't even think of like the specific words, but basically like sight, touch, smell, taste, sound, right? How you hear things. Clear audience is sound. Clear sentience, I think, is sight. Okay. Clairvoyance, I think is sight. Clairsentience, I think is like has something to do with like touch or taste or smell. But anywho, the clairs, I would consider that multi-dimensional language. I would consider people who are able to astral project as multi-dimensional language. I would consider people who can, you know, tap into, you know, reading cards, tarot readings, you know, oracle readings, things like that. Just channeling messages. Because I tell a lot of people, I do the cards for y'all, right? I don't need the cards. I can sit here and just talk to you and tell you what's what. You know, the cards just, if anything, help pull it together. And it's for the visual effect. People like to see the cards. And I enjoy, you know, playing with them. So, no, I'm not playing with the energies. I play with cards. That's what I tell people. I play with cards. Anansi, ooh, Jinx, and the raccoon. Okay, I'm gonna put them back, but they did come out. My exchange between me and God has accelerated, where such an accessibility has become multidimensional. Yeah, there you go. Some people consider it going into different realms. You know, the 3D versus the 4D versus the 5D. Okay, so the root. Let's go ahead and just read the root, and then we'll keep pulling. I love this deck. The root, it says foundation, herbs, possibility of needing root work, long-term of situation. So, and with that I heard, like, what did I say? Back to the basics. So, root work. And I know that that is like one of the energies that has been coming up a lot with this particular new moon, dark moon energy, root work. Specifically identifying what it is for yourself that you need to address, that you need to handle, that you need to deal with. Root work is not the same as shadow work. Your root work is really identifying and focusing on your foundation, your stability. So more so specifically looking at who am I? How did I become this way? What things transpired to get me here? And am I in alignment? Do I like who I am? Do I like where I am? And if not, what can I do to change those things? Sometimes it's not always just about changing your immediate environment. Most of the times, actually what I would say is 100% of the time, but this is my own personal bias, 100% of the time, doing the root work is changing yourself. And we were just talking about that, right? Picking a side, choosing a side, identifying what it is that you need to do or what it is that you may want to do that is going to bring about the internal change that is going to bring about the external change. I said it earlier with the perspective, with the mindset. It's not just enough to just believe, right? But believing is the first step, because if you believe you are, then that's what you're going to do, right? That's how you're going to act. Just an expansion of gratitude. That, yeah. Gratitude is really important too. I tell people that a lot of times. I've even learned that for myself this year, sacred timing, how to engage in gratitude more and in ways that feel right. Because sometimes I think that, and what I've just learned, but I think that, and what I've also learned is that there's this idea of what certain things mean, right? People say it looks like this, and so people think that's the only way to do it. But if I've learned anything this year, I've learned that showing gratitude it looks different for everybody. How I do it on Monday may not be how I do it on Tuesday, may not be how I do it on Wednesday. But it's being intentional and checking in with myself and identifying how do I need to show it today? What do I need to do in order to be able to show God, like, and to even just tell God, like, I'm grateful, I'm thankful. Okay. And yes, that is our vehicle. One thing my mom always taught me growing up, which is so funny because for her to be such a religious lady, she didn't really do a good job at like teaching teaching much religion growing up. Okay, we went to church and everything, but we was not like the religious household, if that makes sense. Like, we went to church, but that was about it. And one of the things she always taught me was, you don't have to do nothing else but believe in God. And she would tell me that Jesus is like your one true savior. But like what always stuck with me was, you don't have to do nothing else but believe in God. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to do nothing else. And it, like I said, it just always stuck with me. And it wasn't until I got older that I understood, one, not only was that the one commandment that God had for us, outside of love yourself like you love your neighbor. And over here, I'm not here to argue religion because that's not my thing, but I only subscribe to the first two commandments anyway, because those are the only commandments, in my personal opinion, that are, what's the word that I'm looking for, that are consistent across all religious texts. Love God and love yourself. And if you love yourself, you love God, because God is in all of us. Okay? And some people believe God is us. So, but yeah, it's our vehicle. That's where I was going. I was agreeing with you. Showing gratitude to ourselves and to our highest consciousness, our highest power, which I refer to as God. Appreciation is an internal state of mind, but gratitude is our appreciation in action. Yep, exactly. I agree with that. I can agree with that. internal state. You said appreciation is the internal state of the mind, but gratitude is our appreciation and action. All right, let's get back to it. I'm getting caught up in the comments now. Let's get back to it. So the root, all right, and the moon. So here we are, calling itself out. We are currently in a new moon energy, the dark moon, which is why I believe the root work energy came out, because how are you doing the root work? Oh no, you're not holding my readings. I'm just going with the energy, going with the flow. I shuffle the cards until the cards fall out. I'm not rushing it. So no need to apologize, because it's not you. The spirit speaks when spirit is ready to speak, is what I believe. So the moon. Some of you may be wanting to get into this root work now. Or sometime between now and the next new moon that we have. Because what I also understand about this particular moon cycle and what makes it so special is that we are moving into the new calendar year, into Capricorn season, with 2 new moons. So we're going to have a total of 3 major moon cycles, 2 new moons and a full moon, all from now until the end of January. Okay, so there may be something about this root work that is going to come up for you. Probably what's going to happen for a lot of you is, and I'm not digging in my nose, y'all, I'm just scratching it. When I channel, my nose itches really bad. So if you see me at my nose, it's just the message is coming through. A lot of things may be revealed to you all at this time. Like I said, about what root work you need to do. Also, what may be stuck in your root chakra area or in your lower chakras. And lower chakra energy, to operate out of that is very, I don't always like to use the word karmic, because I don't always believe that if we are operating in our lower chakras that makes us karmic. Sometimes it just means that we are making decisions based on lower chakra energy. And what I've also understood, what I understand is that, and please understand that anything I say here is not fact. It is solely my opinion. If you agree with it, great. If you don't, great. What I also understand and have learned is that being rooted and being grounded are not the same thing. There are people who need to ground but may not be operating in their root energy, and that is okay. There are people out there who operate in their root energy but are never grounded. Okay? That's not okay all the time. Like I said, operating in your lower chakras only or all the time can create very tumultuous or just negative energies and situations for you, because the root work talks about generally people who operate in their lower chakras are going to be operating and responding out of trauma a lot of times. Are going to, whether it's sexual trauma, emotional trauma, physical trauma, mental trauma, because that is where that energy essentially is guided. Because the purpose is, as I understand it, the purpose is for you to ground yourself so that you can work through, clear out, and heal that energy so that it is then able to flow through the rest of your chakras. Okay, so you may hear some readers or just people talk about how operating in your lower chakras makes you karmic. I don't think it makes you karmic. I just think it means that you are not operating at your highest self, because you're not in your higher chakras. You're in your lower chakras. Okay. Okay, hey, yes, God's harness, because if you know, you know. Thank you. Like the live. Let them know. If you know, you know. Because I feel like we speak the truth. I speak the truth over here. I'm not here to lie to y'all. I'm not here to also pretend like I know everything. I don't. And I don't think I know everything. I give y'all what I have. Okay? I lived a lot of life. I'm not that old, but I lived a lot of life. So, something about the moon cycles. And because there are 3 moons here, this is the thing. Because there are 3 moons here, this is just, to me, this is saying like, whatever this root energy, this root work, whatever you need to do related to your root, it's being activated now during this new moon, and then it's going to be activated again. or further, you know, you're going to further grow into it, further activate on it, further work in it as the continuing moons come. So we got a new moon. By the full moon, you'll have done some growing or some healing or some learning. And then by the next new moon, hopefully you'll have done some more healing and some learning and some growing and even some releasing. Okay. What other messages do we have here as they come out? I hope everyone is doing well. We already been in here for 55 minutes. I ain't even pulled no tarot yet. I ain't even pulled no tarot yet. Well, we might get to it. We'll see. I don't want to hold y'all too long. But I did anticipate to at least be in here for like an hour or so. Okay, I am on time. Oh, okay, so that one was supposed to come out. We have Raccoon Baculum. Raccoon Baculum. And I am going to read the moon out the book for y'all just because I read the other one. All right. So the moon. Ooh, the moon says something hidden, secrets, mystery. Yeah, something is going to, but I did say that something is going to be revealed related to the root work, right? Right now, it is being activated within you. So you still may not even feel it or be aware of it, but I guarantee you, if you are willing to open yourself up, if you are willing to do the work within the next couple of weeks, like I guarantee by the end of January, thank you, I am on time. By the end of January, you are going to see something. Y'all, didn't I just say this? Didn't I just say this? Raccoon Baculum. Sex, sexual energy, conception, new idea, creative energy. Didn't I just say that? I just had a whole conversation about operating in your lower chakras. And here we are. And here we are talking about lower chakra energy, right? Sex comes from the root, from your root energy, your sacral energy. Creativity comes from your root energy, your sacral energy, okay? Those two lower chakras. So for those of you who are, there is something that may be arising for you, something that you are needing to uncover, the root work that you need to be doing. And I'm only saying need to be because the energy is here. You do what you want to do at the end of the day. Y'all know how I am. Don't let me tell you nothing, right? But take it to God, okay? Use your discernment, pray about it, all of that. But what I'm getting for this energy is someone has a lot of unhealed, unresolved, or just like sexual energy that they're unaware of. Okay? Sexual energy that you are unaware of. And so this could be past sexual trauma. This could be sexual trauma with a partner. This could be sexual trauma with a family member. This could be sexual trauma with self. This could be the miseducation of, or the lack of education thereof, of sexual health. Whatever it is, right? Even how your creativity and your sexual energy pull at each other, right? Because when used properly, or when used in alignment, they both can create great things for you, right? It's not to say one over the other is bad. Sex is not bad. It is how you are using it and how it is being used on you or with you that determines if it's quote unquote bad or not. Given that for some of you even, you may want to do the root work because there is something in your lower root chakra that is blocking your creativity, that is blocking your sexual sacral energy, right? It's amazing. I tell people it is amazing when you use your sexual energy to like fuel you, okay? We all grown here, and I know we are because this is not for kids. And if any kids are here, click off right now. Okay, but if you've ever woken up horny, desiring sex, whatever, or you've ever gone through your day and have been like felt horny or desiring sex, that is the best time to get into something creative, to do something, whether it's do something with your hands, do something with your body, right? And I don't mean the wordplay be crazy. I don't mean masturbating or going out and having sex. If that's what you do, that's your business. But if you want to use that energy in a creative way, in a productive way, take that energy and put it into a craft, put it into a task, put it into a job. And I guarantee you the result is going to be amazing. Or have any of you ever literally got the feeling of satisfaction, like sexual satisfaction, when you've done something, like when you put energy into something, or like when your creative juices are flowing? I can't speak for my men out there because I'm not a man. I don't have a penis. But for my ladies out there, have your juices ever got to flowing when your creativity has been flowing? Put it in the chat if it has. Just say, just give me a thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up. I don't need to know all your business like that. But some of you may not be able to tap into that energy, or are going to figure out how to tap into that energy as the moon cycles occur and as they unfold, because there is something here with getting into that energy. Also, I ain't gonna lie, whoever this message is for, y'all could be real horny right now, and that's your business. Okay? Don't flick your bean or rub one out to me, okay? Don't do that. I'm not saying that's in it for anybody. I'm just saying I gotta read what's out here. All right, so let's get into the tarot. Yes. Okay. So for men, thank you for I've never heard. Okay. So the sacred secretion, I like that. I'm gonna start using that. I have many reasons on why I'm heightened with such energy. I'm not gonna create many things such as music or freelance. Right. But you use that energy. But okay. But do you see how like you feel when you put that energy into, because let's be real, whether you said locked up or not, you could still choose to masturbate, right? You could do that or whatever. That's your business. I don't judge. I don't even care. But you can, however you choose to release that sexual energy, you can either release it in a productive way or a non-productive way. And that's the thing here. Most people, when they are in their sexual or sacral energy, or even in their creative energy, they are using it in an inappropriate way, or in a non-helpful way, in a non-creative way. Most people just out here fucking off, right? Fucking around. Literally, when I got in earlier, somebody said they looking for a baby mama and they want me to be baby mama number 4, and like, stuff like that. So people are taking their sacral, sexual, creative, root-based energy and misusing it, or not using it for their benefit. And so, but for whoever this message is for, something about that is like coming into the forefront, like coming into it's like showing up in their lives. This could be for people who are having poor sexual experiences, or who are using their body and recognizing that it's not yielding the same results as it may have before, or using their sexual energy and realizing that it's not yielding the same results as before, stuff like that, right? If that's your message, take it how it resonates. But yeah, you said, how you think I make my readings early in the morning? Yeah, I find that when I depending I find that I, depending on my energy or the time of the day, is when I also produce not necessarily my best of something, but the energy put into it is different. The effort put into it is different, right? I yield a different result. I really prefer working. It's interesting because I'm like, my sleep is, at this point, I feel like sleep is just a construct. Like time. It's when I get it, and when I don't, I don't. and I don't fight it anymore. Ever since I was a kid, I've had trouble with sleep, and I'm talking about like a young kid. Insomnia has always been my thing. So early in the morning, like I may go to sleep at like 11 o'clock, midnight, and then wake up at 3:30 like it's nobody's business. Like I had a full night of sleep. And normally, you know, people say like, oh, when you wake up that early, you should be doing this, this, and this, and this, this, and this. I actually choose to use that time to not be productive, like work-wise, and pushing out content or creating things. I choose to use that creative energy in a different way. And I find that when in that hour or in those moments when I get like just a little bit of sleep and then I wake up in the middle of the night or super early in the morning rested, but late night, it's okay to have a release to induce lucid dream and avoid nocturnal emissions. Okay, I didn't know that for men, because I will say I've always been a lucid dreamer. I've always been a lucid dreamer. So whether I ejaculate or not, the dreams is gonna dream, right? They're gonna do what they want to do. And so, but I'm saying that I say all that to say that when I wake up early in the morning, I find that because my senses are heightened, that is when I receive most of my downloads. So what the creative work that I'm actually doing is channeling that early in the morning. Also, just to add to what you're saying about, you know, emissions and ejaculation and all of that, once you learn how to hone your sacral sexual energy, your creative energy, you can actually use masturbation as a tool for manifestation. And I teach people that. Not like physically, but I teach people that every energy is not meant to manifest in, but masturbation is like one of the more potent, or so to speak, magical forms when it comes to manifesting. So that is why you tend to see people who have healthy sex lives, or people who tend to have healthy sexual relationships with their partners or with other people, tend to or if they know what they're doing, they can use that energy to manifest things for themselves. It is definitely an empowering and one of the many productive ways to manifest. It's not the only way, just one of the ways. But all right, let's get into this tarot. So we got the Root, the Moon, and the Raccoon Baculum. I hope I said that right. Baculum. Raccoon Baculum. All right, Holy Spirit. What messages do you have for the collective? What additional messages do you have for the collective at this time? What messages do you have for the collective at this time? All right, let's do a little intermission. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in or out. Make sure that you tap into these description box. All right, check out the description box, or just the information on my community tab for any of my social medias. I post daily content on my social media, different resources, tips, things to help you on your journey. Also, make sure you check out the community tab for the information for my Patreon. Starting 2025, I will be posting a lot more content, a lot more exclusive content to Patreon. It will be available for members. It will be available for subscribers and people who Lord, I just lost my whole train of thought. I was gonna say, you ain't gotta retract the message. It's all right. Ain't no judgment here. I done seen them. Lord, I done messed up my whole intermission. Just follow the Patreon, y'all. Okay. Description box for any information you need to know about me. Personal readings are available for booking. First card out is the Nine of Cups in the upright. Second card out is the Three of Wands in the upright. And the card behind that is the Five of Swords. So automatically what this is telling me is that someone, that you or someone, right? Y'all know I like to keep it real general. This is a general reading. If you want a more specific reading, book that with me. Okay. Someone here is happy and moving forward. And you're causing, it's like your happiness and you moving forward is causing conflict along the way. It's causing a lot of chaos. It's more specifically mentally for people, and as far as communication goes. This is almost giving me somebody who is like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and you just got to deal with it. Okay. With the Five of Swords coming out behind the Three of Wands. This man in this Nine of Cups card, he is so happy. Like, just look at that smile on his face. He is so happy. It's like he's finally, it's almost like he's so happy because he's finally able to move on. He's ready to move on. It's like, I'm moving on, honey. Okay, I'm moving forward with the Three of Wands. The opportunity for him to step forward is here. And this is not I'm not speaking to a man. I'm just saying him because that's a man in the card. Okay. We got the Four of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. It's like someone is communicating something and someone is not caring about ending something. Someone is not caring about cutting something short. Someone is not caring about having to let something go or having to move on, go in a different direction. Because we literally have the Three of Wands and then we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. This could also mean that someone is, there's a communication that is blocking the Four of Wands, right? Someone is moving forward because after the three, you would move on to the four, right? Going out on this journey, seeking something, right? And the thing that you would essentially be seeking, take it how it resonates for you. But like I said, after the Three of Wands is the Four of Wands. So the thing that you would be seeking is community. And that's what we talked about in the earlier message. We talked about people being in a space of seeking community or wanting community or searching it out or thinking about it, right? Someone here could have a misconstrued understanding or idea of community, how to communicate it, right? I said that earlier where people, in Charlotte, I don't know if she's still in here, but Charlotte was in here earlier saying that, I'm calling Charlotte name like I know that girl personally, but anywho, someone was in here earlier saying how we straddle the fence with that, right? We walk the thin line between saying we want community, but not really. So that's really literally what this energy is saying to me, is this is someone moving forward saying they want community, but not really. They're moving forward with the hopes to be in community, but the way that they are going about it, the way that they're speaking about it, the way that they are even thinking about it, because this is swords, speak, think, right? The way that they are going about achieving it or moving towards it, it may be a little off, right? They may be doing something. What is it? What am I trying to say? They might not be meaning what they say, right? Language is important. I tell people the English language is so ass backwards because words mean everything. Words mean everything. And the English language has so many words. Sorry, y'all. I needed a little snap. And the English language has so many words that mean the same thing, right? That are similar, that are synonyms, but they don't mean the same thing. They don't. Basically and actually mean two different words. Or mean two different things. But people will use basically and actually interchangeably. They don't mean the same thing. If they did, they would be the same damn word, right? We got the Hangman in the reverse. The Hanging Man in the reverse. What's with the Hanging Man? Hold on. Okay, I'll let it fall out then. The World in the reverse. I love when the major arcana just come out together. Like, okay, the Hanging Man is the World in the reverse. So this is giving me like this moon energy. Something is stopped. Something is on hold. Something is paused. Something is not happening. And that's what I'm getting. Not necessarily a blockage here. It could be because earlier we were talking about a blockage of the root chakra. How you are blocked in your root. And so the energy is not able to move up and out, right? Or up and through. There's something going on with the root and the sacral chakra where you're not able to clear it out, heal it, use it in other effective ways. And so the world here, now this could talk about either moving, okay, wow, and the Justice card just fell out in the reverse. And y'all are watching me shuffle the cards, so you know I'm not just pulling them like this. So with the Justice here in the reverse, here's the thing. Something could also just be over. There's no more waiting. There's no more repeating. I said that earlier too. And if I didn't, it was at least a thought where someone, and I'm pretty sure I said it at the very beginning when I first got in. Someone, whether you are ready to physically move on, or whether you think you're ready to move on, or whether you can even see moving on, it's happening. Is the deck upside down? No. My deck is not, as you can see, my deck is not. Also, you know it's not all the way upside down because the first 3 cards came out right side up. But yeah, no, my deck is not all upside down. There are some upside down cards in here, but not all of it. And I've had this deck for, actually, it'll be a year. It was a year on Christmas that I got this particular deck. But with all of my decks that I use often, I don't do the whole not reading reversals, only reading uprights. I read the cards however they come out, because if that's how they come out, that's how it was intended to come out. No, you're fine. But no, the deck is not all the way upside down. So yeah, something here is stopped. It's over. Okay. So some of you may not even, what am I trying to say? The thing that you feel like, or the thing that is coming towards you, you may feel like it's not even fair. Like you're not even prepared, but it's happening regardless. It's coming to you regardless. Okay. Like I said, it's being presented to you. We all have choices. We all have decisions, right? You have to decide, and you get to decide what it is that you're going to do, how it is that you're going to move. But there's something here that's like, it's no more. Okay. You don't have to go back through it again. You don't have to repeat it again. Upright or reverse. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, it's like there's not a lesson that you have to learn anymore. Some of you could be thinking that, like, with this root work, right, whether these are connected or separate for you, some of you could be thinking that, like, whatever it is that you're needing to pick up, whatever it is that you're needing to learn, whatever it is that you're needing to discover or explore, a lot of you are thinking that you're going to have to go through that again. You're not. I just heard new beginnings. So anytime I channel like a new beginning, I hear, if you've ever seen the movie Drumline with Nick Cannon, the part where Nick Cannon basically, his character steals the show from the drum major, and the chair, the head of the band, not the head of the band, the head of like the board of directors or whatever for the school is coming down the hallway and it's saying like, oh, I like what y'all did, new beginnings. It's kind of weird to explain, but if you've ever seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Sister girl, you just asked a question. Let me guess, you want to ask another one? All right, let's see what other messages you have. What's your question, sister girl? What's your question? Ooh, wow. Wow. I'm going to just leave that there for a little bit. The Lovers. I don't know who Trevor is, and I don't know what Trevor wants to say, but you're going to have to go talk to Trevor, baby. Call Trevor and ask him, because what you asking me for? I don't know. I don't know what Trevor wants to say. But you should probably go and ask him. You should actually, I would encourage you to like the live. Okay, thank you. Like the live, sister, before you come in here asking questions. And then on your way out, call Trevor. You can stay as long as you want to, but just on your way out, call Trevor. Because I can't tell you what Trevor want to say. Okay. The Lover's card, y'all, just came out. Like, this whole time we've been talking about community. We've been talking about doing the root work, because here's the thing. You cannot build a stable foundation if your foundation is unstable. If you're not, it might be a typo. Sacred timing. I appreciate you for coming to her defense, but that ain't no typo. What does Trevor want to say? That was a whole lot of typos. That was a whole lot of typos. Also, because I've been doing this a long time, sacred timing, and so people sometimes just hop on in here and start asking questions about folks. And I'm here to teach and show people, like, teach people and share the information that, like, you worried about the wrong thing, right? I don't mean to come at you like that, sister girl. So I apologize if it was, harsh. That's sometimes how I deliver things. But you come in here asking, what does Trevor want to say? What do you want to say to Trevor? Right? Like, you coming in here asking about somebody else. This is not the space for people who are worried about or looking for information for someone else. That's not the type of reader that I am, and that's not how I choose to deliver my readings. This information that I have here is for you, what you can do. Hopefully information you need to know that can elevate you and help guide you on your journey. Now, will information about other people come up? Sure, because we talking about energy here. We're talking about people here. But I'm here to share information about you. So I wasn't being defensive. I was just letting that girl know this ain't the place to be asking about Trevor. Because I don't know what the hell Trevor want to say. I don't know who Trevor is. But it is. She liked the live, though. You just emptied the whole clip. I did. I'm sorry. I be doing that sometimes, because I'm just saying. Folks be in here asking the wrong questions. Now, if she would have came in here talking about what does the divine want to say, I might have been able to help out. But I don't know about Trevor. 6 of Cups in the reverse fell out. I'm going to put it back. If it's meant to come out, it will again. Because I feel like I kind of knocked it out. Thank you, though, for liking the live, sister girl. I appreciate you. The 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups just came out. Okay, let me get something with this Lovers. And then we're going to get something with the 8 of Cups. Because here's the thing. Shoot, that might have been for you, sister girl. Trevor might have just walked away from you. He might not want to say nothing. Okay? I don't know. All right, what's the Lovers card? Oh, all right. That was easy. The 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So, once again, healing, clearing, working on your root energy, root chakra, sacral chakras, lower level chakras is going to, so almost what this is, look. Because I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so you see how this in this card, this man is holding this woman up, right? Okay, he's literally holding her up, and you see how the light is coming down from the, I'm assuming this is the sun, or even just the heavens, right? The divine, and moving into, you see how where it's touching her and where it's touching him, it looks like it's hitting him in his heart. For her, it literally looks like it's going right down into her sacral chakra energy, right? Her lower levels. And then all around, you see this red and orange and yellow and pinkish colors, all representing this lower level energy. The thing is, a lot of the reasons why most of you may be having challenges moving into community or finding the type of community that you want, right? Finding the type of community that you desire, is because there is a blockage in your lower level energy. And a lot of you are seeking love, or a love connection, a soulmate connection, some type of romantic connection to heal you of that, or to help you clear that out. But the thing is, you won't be able to have something like successful such as this until you can clear that energy out for yourself, heal it for yourself, or at least begin to identify it. Because don't get me wrong, I know plenty of people who ain't did not a bit of work a day in their life and got, you know, what some people, okay, because I don't believe everything I see online, even in real life. I just don't. There are people who have not done any work, or who have only done some work and still have successful relationships. So I'm not here to say that none of your relationships or none of your connections are not ever going to be successful if you don't do this work. But whoever this message is for, whoever's resonating here, part of what is blocking you from having that connection, being in community the way that you desire, is something to do with your lower level chakra energy, your root. You have the Two of Pentacles out here with the Lovers, trying to juggle something, trying to balance something, trying to prioritize something. What else with this Lovers and Two of Pentacles energy? Queen of Pentacles. Someone could even be trying to balance you, juggle you, prioritize you. Queen energy, feminine energy, not a female, but a feminine energy. As you all know, we have masculine and feminine within us, so take your story how it resonates. It even could be the Queen of Pentacles who I'm talking to, a feminine energy who I'm talking to, who is trying to balance, right? Trying to figure it out, trying to juggle, prioritize, or even make a decision. The Ace of Swords just came out. Yeah, it came out in the reverse, but it did come out. That's the truth. I always read my Ace of Swords falling out as the truth. Yeah. Wow, did it want to come out again? No, but the moon did. The moon wanted to come out. Yeah. Something about your intuition. Also, once again, reconfirming the energy for the moon. You know, sacred timing, I appreciate it. And I will say this, once I got K up, right, my followers are in the K, you're gonna be the first one. But I only got like 100 followers. I don't even need no moderator, because at this point I'm pretty sure it's just you in here. But please, when you see me hit the K's, okay, this year, because I'm claiming it, this year I'm hitting the K's. When I hit the K's, I need you to be a moderator, so I appreciate you for that. But the moon card, and like I said, right, something going on in the moon cycle, with the moon cycle, right? Things that are being revealed to you in this moon cycle, things that are coming up for you, things that you are recognizing. Because even though you are moving into a space and into a place where something is over, you're moving into it thinking, I gotta get ready, I gotta prepare for it, I gotta be ready, I gotta prepare for it, I gotta do the thing, I gotta go the road, right? I gotta take the path. That's how you're coming at it, and that's good. Come at it like that. Be prepared, right? Be ready for whatever is about to happen, okay? And I also want you to know that you may not have to go it alone. You may not have to. You also still have to open yourself up to be willing to not have to go it alone. You can't teeter-totter in that energy of I want to be in community, but I got to get it out the mud by myself. Fuck everybody. You got to pick one, baby. What's this Eight of Cups energy? I just heard that must have been, that was for Trevor. Are people disguised as demons sometimes? You want you know, you want to know what I want to tell you for that? What's your name? Travonsky? Are you Trevor Travonsky? People don't even be disguised as demons anymore. They demons right in your face. He said, yeah, Travonsky is Trevor. Well, Trevor, your sister girl was looking for you earlier. She want to know what you got to say to her. So please talk to that girl. Please talk to that girl. Because she came all up in here talking about what does Trevor have to say? Oh, Trevor don't even know. Never mind. Moving along. I'm in here just putting people together. Because it was just too timing, Travansky. The way you came in here right after some girl asked about Trevor. And so it was perfect timing. It was perfect timing. But yes, people can be disguised as demons sometimes, but I'm going to be very honest. I don't even think it's a disguise anymore. Yeah, people are demons sometimes. The demonic energy has taken over, right? There are a lot of people out here who are walking around, they just a shell, and other spirits and other entities are using them as such, because either they have relinquished their power, there's something going on that has been taking them over. Yeah, possessions too. I can guarantee you probably encounter a lot of people on a daily basis who are possessed. And it is not specific to, and this is not fact. This is just statistic and opinion as well. When you meet people who have addictions, people who experience even certain depressions or mental illnesses, emotional illnesses, like I said, addictions, those are different ways to feed certain demonic energies. And so it's why you sometimes see people who have these chronic illnesses, things that people are unable to come out of, or may have challenges coming out of, because the demon has essentially taken over. Okay. And it doesn't always look like, yeah, I definitely feel like the eyes are very telling. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. I tell people demonic possessions don't always look like what they show us in the movies. The head spinning around and climbing up the walls and stuff like that. It can be, depending on how serious the possession is. I would like to think. I've never had that experience with myself or anyone, but yeah. You said, because I don't believe demons ever walked on earth, but they possess. I don't know. I think that they have walked on earth. I think that they have. Sometimes I think that, and this is, I'm not, denying what you're saying. I'm not saying what you're saying is true and or false. I don't know. From what I understand and just what I've read and the things that I've learned and experienced, we weren't the first entities or beings here. I know humans like to think that we were the first, but I could imagine that there was a lot of, because if we try, like I like to break down a lot of religious text. So I think about the verse in the Bible of there was dark, right? Before there was light, there was darkness. Who you think was roaming around then? I don't know, but if I had to guess. All right. Let me go ahead and wrap y'all up, because I've been wrapping y'all for too long. Okay, well, I've been in here for 90 something minutes. This is crazy. This is crazy. But I feel like the messages that we've been getting have been very good, very helpful. So, hopefully whoever watches this, you get what you need out of it. All right, what's with this 8 of Cups? I really feel like that 8 of Cups was for Trevor. Okay, Trevor done walked away from that girl, and that's why she want to know what he got to say. That's why she want to know what Trevor got to say. All right, any more messages for the collective? Holy Spirit, thank you so much. I appreciate you for using me as a humble vessel. Ooh, the Empress. More feminine energy. Divine feminine energy at that. So I'm getting 2 things here. One, I could be talking directly to talking directly to a divine feminine, or I could be talking to someone who I could be talking to a masculine who needs to do the healing within their feminine energy, with their feminine energy, heal their feminine energy, right? That may be the energy that you may want to tap into in order to start to do that root work. You're welcome, Travansky, and thank you for the questions. I love when y'all engage and interact in the chat. I really appreciate it, because it really helps bring the reading together. for sure. Someone says, will I receive peace? I can't say darkness came first when God is a light that made light of both light and darkness. Does this make sense? It does make sense, right? And I always say I can't know, because I'm not God, right? I didn't create light and dark. I just operate in light and dark because that is the duality that is within me, and that is the confine of what I am allowed to do as a spiritual being having a human experience. But like I said, if we were to just decipher the religious text, right, it stated that darkness was here first, right? Because God had to create light, right? God said, let there be light. So what if it wasn't light, what was it? But like I said, that's just my opinion. That's how I understand it. That's how I break things down. To say that, you know, I think that there was a period where when we didn't have the duality, where it was just one or the other, because for there to be darkness in this space, I do believe there was light in another space. They just didn't exist together. And so in the darkness, maybe the demons walked, because they'll tell you in the light the angels did. And then I believe that when God brought them together, right, when God said let there be light, when light came and disrupted essentially the darkness, then we were allowed to coexist, right, the angels and the demons. But that's just like I said, my personal opinion. Any more messages? What's here with the Empress, and then we're gonna close it out. Oh, and there we go, the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups in the upright. And let me get, okay, and the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, so there's a feminine energy here who is not happy, which is, happiness is your birthright. I don't know why I wanted to say it or why I needed to say it, but it came out. Happiness is your birthright, because we started this reading with the 9 of Cups in the upright, and we're ending this reading with the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. There is a feminine energy here, not a female. It could be a female, but there is feminine energy here that is so I just heard feeling left behind, or is left behind. It's almost as if your feminine energy is asking you, because here again, it brought me back to this Lover's card. Your masculine energy is almost in a sense needing to hold up your feminine energy. Okay, talking about the duality within yourself. Your masculine energy is needing to uplift, uproot, work on, heal, do the root work so that you can pull your feminine energy into the higher chakras. Right now, a lot of you may be operating out of your feminine energy in your lower chakra energy. Okay, like I said, in your root, in your sacral. So coming from a space of being fragile, being hurt, feeling meek, being mild, you, like I said earlier, using your body, using yourself as a way of getting what you want. And not to say that that is like a feminine female trait, but if we look at the way that what am I trying to say? The way that, I'll speak for myself as a female, the way that I was taught inadvertently was to use what I have to get what I want. So someone may be operating in that. Use what you have to get what you want. And because of that, there is this blockage. There is something that is preventing you, like I said, you from operating in your higher chakras. And so there's a sense of regret here. There's a sense of sorrow. There's a sense of sadness. I also said someone is feeling as if they are left behind. There's no peace here. Let's see. Kylie Green said, will I receive peace dealing with cyber stalking? I think you have to ask yourself that question, Kylie. Will you receive it? Meaning, are you willing to open yourself up to be able to receive it? To deal with cyber stalking. There are a number of things that you can do to alleviate, right? You can block people. You can eliminate or close out of Lord, I just lost my whole train of thought. Close out of the social media, right? Like delete the social media, change your social media information, change your number, like whatever precautions you have to take. They also have means for you to report people who are cyber stalking, right? So we're making sure you're reporting pages, getting your friends and other followers, family members, things like that to report these pages. You can receive peace, but one of the things you have to ask yourself is, are you willing to open yourself up to receive the peace? You mentioned, are you going to, you asked, are you going to receive peace dealing with it? I don't know. Is it a peaceful situation for you? Because if not, then you probably won't receive any peace. But if it doesn't bother you, right? If it doesn't faze you, if you're able to maneuver through it without any issues, then I could imagine you are going to receive peace. Right. You have authority over your tent. No one has a, I'm just trying to see. I can't say darkness. I would appreciate if we could talk. We could speak. Or are you unable? Or do you mean right now? Like, we talking right now. What you talking about? We talking right now. But yeah, I don't know if you're still in here, Kylie, but you, like I said, you could receive peace if you want it. Open yourself up to receiving the peace. Also, don't feed into it and report it as you need to. Take it all the way to the cops if you got to. But if you're entertaining it, then you're not asking for peace. So, all right. I'm going to leave it there. Like I said, somebody here, yeah, and then the death card just fell out in the reverse. So I'm going to leave it there. You can't run from the transformation. You can't hide from the transformation. The transformation is going to happen. It has to occur. Okay? It has to occur. The thing is, until you engage in the transformation, the best way I can put it is you're just gonna put a blockage on yourself. You're going to continue to stay blocked, and this energy that's showing up is asking you to do the complete opposite. So I'm almost feeling and getting that, like, some of you may feel like you are going to die if you continue to avoid or evade this energy that is asking you and calling you to do the root work. Like I said, it started with the root. Sir, let's get down to business. Okay? Like, get down to it. Figure out what it is that has prevented you from coming into community. What, like I said, whether it is a physical trauma, emotional trauma, a mental trauma, a sexual trauma, a spiritual trauma even. Figure out what it is that is literally standing in your way. What's standing in your way? Because you're moving forward. You stay moving on. You stay moving forward. But something is not allowing you to hit here. Which is why the Four of Wands is coming out in the reverse. You happy, right? You happily move forward. You happily move on. You joyfully and contently and proudly move through things. But there's something here that prevents you from reaching community. And I just want you to know, whatever is coming in during this moon cycle, this moon energy, or the ones that are coming up, it's going to happen. All of this energy is letting me know right here, it's happening, it's going to happen, it's coming in. There's no more waiting, there's no more sitting around, none of that. There's no more repeating cycles, there's no more things that you need to learn, there's no more lessons. And not to say like you'll never learn another lesson a day in your life, but as far as community is concerned, you've gotten all the lessons that you need. Now it's time to apply. Now it's time to apply. All right. Sacred timing. You already have my email information. Email, because I think earlier I saw you say something. I don't know if I addressed it or not, because when I'm channeling, I just be going. But you mentioned something about co-authoring or something like that. Just email me. Let's connect to see. I would really like to just hear your thoughts and see what it is exactly that you're wanting to, the book that it is that you're writing. I just want to chat about it, right? I'm not saying yes or no. I want to be able to collect all information. Okay. So you have my email. Email me. You know, with just some pointers, things like that, and we'll see what we can do. Okay. I do have stuff going on, so I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm gonna be able to dedicate all my time to it up front. But that, like I said, I'm not saying yes or no. Okay. So, with that being said, I hope that the messages resonated. I hope that y'all take this time and take this moon energy and do what it is that you need to do. Okay, use the energy in the way that you need to use it. I hope that the energy here and the message that I provided here today helps elevate you and guide you on your journey. And with that being said, I love y'all. Be well. Bye.